Hello everybody and welcome back to our channel, or welcome to our channel if you're new. So by the title of this video, you can see that I'm going to be trying to recreate Kylie Jenner's makeup routine. She just posted this, I think 2 months ago, this most updated one I could find. However, there's going to be a little bit of a twist today. I'm only going to be using the makeup that I have here. So I'm going to be using some more drugstore makeup products and stuff, and to see if I can copy this makeup look and make it look kind of like hers without using the same products that she's using. So doing it a little bit more on a budget. So let's get into the video. Okay, so I'm gonna be watching Kylie's YouTube video on my phone here, and I'll put up little clips of her video of what I'm seeing. So first she said she clips her hair back, but I don't have clip, so I'll just push my hair back. So she says the first thing that she starts with is her primer. I don't use like a specific primer. The only thing that I use is this Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. So this is what I typically use all over my face, but she just puts it on her hand like I do, and then she puts it all over her face. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna be using the viewfinder as my mirror, so if I'm looking up, that's why.
And then I'm gonna do some of my KYLIE Skin lip mask. This is Heaven. It is also launching soon, so stay tuned.
Then she says she uses her KYLIE lip mask, which I don't have either. I don't have a lip mask. The only thing that I use is this Vaseline Lip Therapy, like the rosy lips, so I'll put that on. Kind of like a lip mask, right?
I'm gonna start with my foundation, and I'm using Luminous Silk Foundation.
So then her next step is she goes in and puts on her foundation. The foundation I'm going to use today is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation. So that's what I'm going to use. She uses a brush. I use this foundation brush for my foundation. And so I'll just put that on. She mixes it on something. I usually just use my hand. And I use this in the Medium Tan Honey shade. So I just put it on the back of my hand and then pick it up.
Thin layer of foundation. I'm going to use a beauty blender and just blend it in so there's no streaks from the brush.
Okay, so once she's done putting on her foundation, then she takes a beauty blender and just kind of blends in her makeup so that there's no streaks. So I have this little beauty blender. I'll just do what she says. I don't know. I don't really notice any streaks when I do my foundation, but maybe I'm missing something. I don't know.
I always go down to my neck. Okay, so next step is my concealer. I'm using shade Maple right now. I don't like to use too much.
Then she takes her concealer and she puts it under her eyes and on her chin and her nose and areas like that. So the concealer I use is this NYX Professional Makeup HD Studio. So then she takes her concealer and she puts it in the corners of her eyes and underneath. And then she puts it down her nose, a little up here, and on her chin. And then she uses a beauty blender to blend that in. I typically use a little brush, but she also says that she uses a another type of like pink concealer to help cover up the bags under her eyes, but I don't have that, so this is what I use. I just use this normal concealer.
First, I'm going to do a light set with is definitely for the under eye area because again it has like a hue of pink, which I feel like cancels out my dark circles. So I'm just going to do a light layer like that. And then I'm going to...
Okay, so then she takes a smaller brush, kind of like this, with some like setting powder, and then she does a light set, is her quotes. She does a light set underneath her eyes with it.
I take the Beauty Blender and Translucent, and I'm gonna set. And then when I do my eyeshadow, this will be a good.
And then she takes her Beauty Blender in the powder and then actually like puts a good amount of product to leave underneath her eye, which I never do, but you know. And then she takes a brush with this powder and puts a line of it down her nose to bake it.
And last but not least, I'm going to take beige, the color beige, with my big chunky brush, and I'm going to set the rest of my face.
And then she sets the rest of her face with a bigger brush, kind of like this, and just goes around the rest of her face with it. And then when she's done with that, she says she goes and does her brows next. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. Yeah, the Dip Brow pomade. I've had this for a while, so this is what I've been using.
Kind of for my everyday routine, I like to just do them pretty fast and more natural.
Just to show up in front of your friends. I don't really want to meet you out, just to have something to post about. Lately I get real exhausted by the thought of having to pretend.
Right into my eyes. So for an everyday easy look, I always go for my brow palette. This was my first palette ever. It's like a cool tone brown and like a warm tone brown, and I put this right in my crease.
Alright, so after she puts this powder on, she goes to her eyes. So I don't have her eye palettes, but she says she uses a warm tone and a cool tone brown from her palette, and she puts it in the crease of her eye. So I'm going to use colors from the Heat palette and the Naked Smoky palette. So I'm going to take some of Low Blow from the Heat palette, and then take some of Radar from the Smoky palette and put that in the crease of my eye.
Now you see why I'm exhausted by the thought of hanging out in public just cause it's a look. No, I won't pretend that I had a good time, cause
I'm going to take Jasper, this light color, and just put it in the center of my lid, just on both sides, and then blend it out.
So then after that, she takes a light color and puts it in the center of her eye and then kind of blends that into the rest. So I'm going to use the color 13 from the Naked Smoky palette and put that in the center of my eye like she is doing.
I'm going to take Bronze Eye, which is like a really dark brown. I'm going to take the tiniest bit. I'm going to put it with this flatter brush, which is number 13. And then after I place it exactly where I want it to be, I'm going to take my bigger brush, which is number 15, and I'm just going to do a quick blend.
Then she takes a little bit of a lighter brown color and kind of blends it in with the rest of everything else. So I'm going to use the color Sauced from the Naked Heat palette, and I'm just going to do that and just kind of blend that in with the rest of my eye makeup. And just a disclaimer, I have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about. I'm not amazing at makeup. I just kind of do my makeup because I like the way I do it for myself, but like I don't really know what I'm doing on like a professional level or like for eyeshadow, so don't judge. So I'm taking Sauced and I'm just blending that in with the rest of everything.
Just to have something to post about.
I think I'm gonna add some shimmer eye glaze in the center of my eye. We're going with brown sugar. And I'm only gonna take a little because I want to blend it out all over my eye and make it look not so pigmented. I'm gonna start like that. That's a little bit over here. And then I'm gonna take a clean finger and blend it out. I like to use my fingers for these colors. I'm gonna use this on my lid.
Okay, so then she says that she takes her new like shimmer eye stuff to put on the middle of her eye and just kind of blend out. I, of course, don't have it. But actually there is a similar color that's a little bit shimmery in the Naked palette, which is what I'm going to use. It's Ember in the Heat palette. So I'm just going to put it on my finger like she says and kind of blend it out over my eyelid.
Can't fake it now. Can't fake it now. Now you see what
I'm going to do more pie please right here. And also these shades are really nice because you could do a lot or you can blend it out where it kind of just looks like your eyes are wet. So.
And then she takes her lighter shade of that glittery stuff and puts it in the inner corner of her eye. And I'm going to use the shade High and just put that in the inner corner of my eye.
I ain't got the energy.
Okay, so this is my KYLIE, best liner of all time, period.
So then she goes in and does her eyeliner. I actually use the Sex Kitten eyeliner from Tarte, but it kind of looks like hers, so yeah.
Oh no, I ain't got. Oh no, I ain't got. Oh no, I ain't got.
Then she said she goes and brushes her brows up. So I use this Lash and Brow Essence brow gel and I'm just gonna brush through my eyebrows just to push them up like she said she does. And then she goes and dusts off her face.
These days, I don't really care
I'm going to do this to contour my face.
And then she goes and contours her face. Now, I don't have any contour products at all because I don't know how to contour. So I'm just going to try to use my eyeshadow that I have and see if that works. It's probably not going to be as pigmented as hers, but I literally don't contour because I am not good at that. So I never contour my face. So we're just going to try to use what I have in my eyeshadow and just kind of go along with it. I do have a brush. Oh, this is a highlighting brush, but we're going to use it for contour right now. And I'm just going to put it in a darker shade of eyeshadow, probably Whiskey from the Naked Smoky palette.
So now that we're done with that, I'm going to take
Yeah, that's why I don't. That's why I don't contour. Let's see if we can fix it.
on the surface. I don't wanna fake it, 'cause I realize that I ain't got the energy.
Oh my god. No. Look, I have black lines on my face now, so great. Right, let's fix it. We can fix it, it's fine.
I'm alone in a crowd. Can't fake it now. Can't fake it now.
Okay, I think we fixed it. That's why I'm never gonna attempt to contour again. Or maybe get some actual contour products.
Just a tiny bit. I'm not gonna lie, I watched the Vogue video recently of me doing makeup and I like cringed at how much powder that I put into it. So right now I really just do like super light powder. I'm gonna do a little bit of beige.
Then she goes with her powder again and just puts it along that contour line, like underneath it.
I'm doing my lash line, so I'm gonna go in again with Topaz and Tiger Eye. I'm gonna start the edge, try to just be as close to my lash line as possible.
And then she takes the same two colors that she put in her crease and then put them on her lash line. So that's what I'm gonna do. I did a mixture of the Heat and Smoky Naked palettes. Whoops. I use Low Blow and Radar. So I'm just gonna mix those on this little brush. And then put under my lash line.
Blush all the time, but it really is my favorite. So I'm gonna mix some of my two favorite shades from my collection, Fatty on the Block and Winter Kiss. This is a very blue-based pink. This is more of a peachy vibe, but I think the mixture of them together is beautiful. So I'm gonna take my favorite blush brush, which is number 3.
Now she goes and does her blush, which I also don't have blush because I don't know how to put blush on my face. So I'm also going to do what I did with the contour. It's probably gonna mess everything up. But I'm gonna use the Naked Heat palette. There are a lot of pink shades in here. So I'm just going to take He Devil and just put it on the apples of my cheeks like she does.
To pretend that I had a good time with someone who's just interested in what I got.
Fill it on my nose. I really put just all over my face.
Then she says she puts a little on her nose.
No, I ain't got the energy.
I am going to use my favorite shade, Clean Drip. Looks like this. And I'm going to do it right just on my the top right there. I'm not going to drag it onto my cheek.
Okay, then she takes her highlighter, which I also don't have highlighter. And she puts it on the tops of her cheeks. When I do want to have some sort of highlight on, I will use eyeshadow. And I do use High from the Naked Smoky palette. Sometimes I will hold it kind of in the fan shape if I want to do highlighter.
Now you see why I'm exhausted by the thought of
Then she takes that same highlighter and puts it down the center of her nose.
pretend that I had a good
And
time.
now it's time for a lip. Candy or Kylie? Candy or Kylie? I think I'm gonna go with Kylie. Sorry, Ariel. It's just my favorite. So I'm gonna do my Kylie lip liner.
So now she goes on to do her lips. However, I do have Kylie lipstick. It is red. So I don't think that it's going to match this look at all. So just to put on my lips for now, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Diamond Milk Lip Gloss. And that's what I'm going to use for this look because I don't really wear lipstick. So I'm just going to put this on my lips.
Oh no, I ain't got. Oh no, I ain't got. Oh no, I ain't got.
Alright, so I just finished my mascara and now I'm going to, the last step is to just wipe off the little bit left that I've been making here. And the spray, my setting spray. This setting spray smells amazing. I get so many compliments on my setting spray. I just like to do it.
I also don't have setting spray. So we're going to have to skip that step. This is Kylie's look. I think it looks pretty good. I would not wear this like dark of an eye for an everyday makeup. That was pretty fun to do. I like to play around with makeup. I actually did my own makeup for my wedding. So I do like to play around with makeup. I always like to learn new things, so I definitely don't know everything about makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a little bit different, but like we've been saying in every other video, we've been trying to branch out and try different types of videos. So if you like something like this, definitely like this video to let us know. If you want to see more makeup content, please don't forget to subscribe down below. Comment down below to let me know what other makeup artists you'd like me to try to recreate their makeup looks for. Maybe even something a little bit harder that would require like a more colorful eye look or something like that. In our last video, we did mention that we do have a new Instagram, so that will be linked at the end of the video and in the description. It's also on the top of our YouTube page if you're watching on your computer, so you could just click that link and go right to it. Please follow us, it means a lot to us. I'm also going to be linking my own personal Instagram this time, so if you guys want to go check that out, a link to that will be down below as well, but I'll also be adding my name throughout this video. You just gotta look for it. So see you guys next time for another new video. Bye.